Hello, everyone. Welcome to the lunch counter. Welcome to the lunch counter. Come on out and let's go out to lunch and feast on the Word of God. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. I can't taste Him for you. You got to taste Him for yourself. So let's stop what you're doing. Stop working. Stop sleeping. Stop studying. Whatever you're doing, let's take a break and let's go out to lunch together and feast on the Word of God. Hello, Pastor Willie White. Thanks for coming out. Let's feast on the Word of God. Hello to my nurse, Ashley. Thanks for coming out to lunch, Ashley. Let's feast on the Word of God. And today we're going to be feasting on be prepared to worship. We're going to go out here and we're going to feast on be prepared to worship. Over there in Matthew 2 and 2, it said the wise men, when they got to Jerusalem, they were asking, have you seen the star? We've come to worship. We've come to worship. They were prepared to worship the child when they find the baby Jesus. Are you prepared to worship today? This morning I asked you, is your worship for real? Your worship is for real, then you are to come prepared to worship. Too many times we coming up in the church with other motives. We ain't coming prepared to worship. You ought to come in there prepared to sing and praise. You ought to come in the church prepared to pray, prepared to give God the glory, prepared to do something for God. You ought to be prepared. You know, too many times we're looking for the pastor, the preacher, the teacher, somebody to take us to that level, but we ought to come in there prepared to do something for ourselves. When you sit down at the table, I can't eat it for you. So you come prepared to eat it for yourself. Well, same thing in the church. We ought to come prepared to worship. Be prepared to worship like these wise men. Hello to my brother Kenny. God bless you. God bless you. And we're going to keep the Michael Israel family in prayer. I heard about his incident. Uh, Minister Pastor White told me about it, and then I read his wife on Facebook said that he had passed. So we'll be praying for the Israel family and others that are going through right now. Keep them in prayer. Thanks for feasting on the word of God with me today. Be prepared to worship. Just like you sat down at that table prepared to eat, then when you step in the church, be prepared to worship, to give God the glory in some way. Hello, my sister Esther. You enjoying that retirement, Esther? God bless you. All right. Hello to Sister Kathy Carter. Thanks for coming out to lunch with me, Sister Kathy. All right. Taking a break from your work there. All right. So be prepared to worship whenever you step into the sanctuary, whether that sanctuary be in your home or whether that sanctuary be in a church building. As I said before, whenever you sit down to eat, you sit down prepared to put some food into your mouth. Well, be prepared to worship, to give God the glory, and it'll take your worship to another level. All right, thanks for going out to lunch with me. Guess what? It's time to head on back to work. All right. Y'all be blessed and always remember to keep God first. All right. All right. You're trying to hear the word. I'm trying to put the word out there, trying to keep people in the word of God during this pandemic because, you know, the devil trying to dry us up. But no, he ain't going to dry us up. We're going to keep going. He dry up the church building, but he can't dry up our heart. And so we got to become the church so we can take the church with us wherever we go. We might have to go out in the desert. We may have to go, you never know, but we got to be the church. We've been going to church. Now it's time to become the church. All right, have a blessed day and keep God first.